August 30th, 2024. Guys, we have just about made it out of August. We're about to really get into September and the prime of hurricane season. I started here at the site first because I want to let you know a couple of things. First, the Alexa Pure is back on sale. #1 water filter in the world. Best filters, best price. The filters hold up for a very long time. I've had mine for years, and I keep cleaning them, and they keep doing fine. And you can replace the filters. It's the charcoal thing here. Most of you have seen these, but right now the sale is here, and let's just take a minute to look at it. Again, it's all stainless steel, large charcoal filter right there. It comes in 2 pieces. Check this out. Sits on the counter very nicely. They have updated this thing in the last couple of years. When they first came out, you had a black plastic spout right there. My first one does, but the next one, it had the stainless steel spout. It seems like it has a little bit better outflow in it. If you ever have to replace the black one, I think you can just order that for all you guys. Thousands and thousands of you that have it. Normally it's $279, and occasionally they will drop it just for a few days to $199.95. It's $80 off for 29%. One of the best parts about this, or any of their long-term food supply, is 5 easy payments of $39.99 a month on your credit card. You got a credit debit card, you're probably going to get this thing. Guys, with the storms coming up now, how many in Florida and other places that didn't have electricity, you were having a hard time finding some good clean water because everyone had already gotten it? Well, you can take these guys basically to a river or a creek if it's that bad and pull it out, and it will filter it out. And as a matter of fact, they're designed for camping also. We have 2, and we ordered over the years. Each one, let me back up, will hold 4 of these filters. So we have 3 in each one, and one of our Aquaflow Maxes that we built here, and we send out to thousands of people also. But again, at $39 a month, this is life-saving. You get about 2.5 gallons at a time. Just keep it filled at the top, and it can be a lifesaver. Water is the key thing you've got to have for your physical body, and then food. But water comes first. So again, check this out for you guys that have hesitated on getting it. We're going to be about a month or 2, maybe more, because hurricane season doesn't end till November 30th. But by the end of October and all, it's starting to wind down some. But everything's been kind of crazy in the last 2 years as far as our weather. But go there if you're interested in it, and you can pull this here. You can see how well it sits on the counter, coffee maker there, and it gets out 99.9% of bacteria, 99.9% of chlorine and vinyl chloride, fluoride 97%, pesticides, guys 95%, pharmaceuticals 95%, viruses 99.99%. Heavy metals and lead, it gets all of that out. And if you look at the whole test results, you'll see there's 206 contaminants are commonly found in drinking water, and including them. But if you click here, it's going to give you the data on anything you probably could be interested in. But again, check it out. The thing is set up very nicely. Again, there's a video here you can watch, and you can go with an upgrade. And it's basically, it's from $639 to $399, and it comes with 4 of the $80 filters. Now I'm getting probably 3,000 or 4,000 gallons out of each filter, but you clean them once a week. Just clean them off good, run some fresh water through it, and you're back to go. And we're dealing with my Patriot Supply with the Alexa Pure guys, and it's set up in case you had to camp out somewhere. You see this, how they've got it. And it just, again, sits on your counter, easy to get water out of. We don't use water for anything but showers and our bathrooms, guys. Everything else is filtered. Ice, coffee, tea, everything. Any water we put in our foods, and this thing will last you forever. Think about it. Did you run out of water? Was there a shortage? Were we having to drink city water with chlorine in it? This will change all of that. Our tap water comes from a big tank, guys. That you've seen them, the big water towers. We're kind of a rural area. And it's full of chlorine. All the pipes that they've got underground and everything, I guess they think they've got to put that much in it, but they do. And I don't want to drink it. You smell of it coming out of the tap. Then get you a cup of this It's going to be some of the cleanest water you've ever had in your mouth. It's much healthier. And just any of you guys in this comment section that have one, come in and let everyone know, kind of like you look for, if you're shopping for something and you're looking at the reviews, you guys come in there, be honest. If you hate it, say you do, but the people that use it all the time, and we've been, I guess now 10 or 12 years selling these things. We started doing all this in 2010, I think it was. Anyway, check it out, and you've got power generators for a lot of people without power. Solar generators here, you can charge up. You can put it, you don't have to put them on your roof. You don't have to put them in a permanent installation. Just roll them out into the sun on your patio or carport or whatever. When you need it, let it keep this thing charged. It will charge and stay charged with inside power from your 110, but when you really need it, and there's different ones there, guys, you can go in there and run a lot of things in your house. Much cheaper than these large generators that you need, gas or diesel or propane for, something like that. Very quiet and very reliable. I have outside solar panels, but a lot of people are in the city, they don't have that option. A lot of people don't want to drill holes in the roof, which I didn't. You've seen my outside mounts. But again, think about that. You got your emergency survival food, and there's a Labor Day sale, and just about everything in there is set up with these 5 easy payments, guys. Just think about that, and do look through the other ones. Enough of an advertisement. I didn't mean to make this one this long, but this is an important survival tool any time of the year. But during hurricane season, power outages and things like that, or if you were living out of your van or your car and you had a lake or something like that, just or you're camping, again, got to have the water. Now, right here in the middle it says Labor Day sale, so it's not just the water filter, guys. It's a survival food. Here's one of the solar generators with the fold-out panels back there, and you can add more panels if you wanted to, but that's a lifesaver also. But really, the reason I came here, you know that we help with rescue pups as much as we can. We're up to 11 now ourselves, and Yukon is doing so good, guys. And when y'all help me get out of California, he fits right in. He sleeps at the foot on the side of the bed next to Tina. She's kind of got him spoiled, and he's doing wonderful. But we got 2 that are in trouble. We've got this Great Dane, and this is Bunny also. Some of you talked to her when we were trying to rescue a Yukon, the Husky, and you talked to her about other dogs. There's other people from our channel, she said, that have come in here and rescued animals. But Dawson, let's just look at it for a moment. Bear with me. Now, this is Dawson. Notice at the top, this animal could be euthanized if not adopted soon, and we know they're not playing over there in the group with Bunny and them. They're doing everything they possibly can, almost 24/7, to save these lives from the different animals from the different shelters that do euthanize them. He's been neutered, and his vaccinations are current. Let me pull this down. He's a 3-year-old Doberman Pinscher. Dawson is at the East Valley Animal Shelter in L.A. and is about to be in trouble. He will need an adopter or a rescue. He is available for public adoption. He is 3 years old and has been in play groups with the other dogs. He is also kenneled with another dog. Please get hold of me for more information. Transport assistance is available. This is Bunny's number right there, guys. You can contact by phone or by email, okay? 818-4359. Then I think this may be the same shelter that we got our Yukon from. Again, thank you. And every time I look at him, I think about we only had a few hours left, and that we have a beautiful animal left on this planet because of you guys. We couldn't have done it by ourselves. Now, if you scroll down to the right here we have a rescue me, urgent. This animal could be euthanized if not adopted soon. Guys, this is a beautiful dog right here. She was a scout dog. She's a retired service dog for medical alert and emotional support. Someone just doesn't need her anymore, and they're about to euthanize her. Let's look at it a little closer. It's Collin County, McKinney, Texas. There's an ID number here, guys, and if we click on it, more than likely it will give us the phone information, contact, and a little bit more about this beautiful I think it's part Collie, part Shepherd, and part Alaskan Malamute. Look at the eyes there. Now, they're saying she's good with most dogs, good with most cats, good with adults, not that good around small kids. You can read more about it if you come here. And it's average energy, average temperament. She's been spaded. Her vaccinations are current. Scout is a retired service dog for medical alert and emotional support. She is a beautiful husky mix that gets along with most dogs and cats, and she is the sweetest girl. She needs a home with teens and adults, or adults only. Again, I guess she's kind of large and maybe will bump into some kids or something. I know we have to watch it here. Not sure, but that's probably what it is. She has an appointment at the shelter in the next 2 days. Today's the 30th, and we aren't sure if they will euthanize her or not. This is, again, Texas. We got a lot of friends out there. Collin County, McKinney, Texas. You go call Christina Snow, 817-968-4223. You can call her or email her. You don't have a lot of time, so try to call her and send an email. A lot of times they may be very busy or they're closed or something like that. Tomorrow's going to be the weekend. It may be more difficult. Please, and I pray to our Father in heaven that these two, and as many of you out there, you can go to rescueme.org and find animals that need your help in every state and just about every breed, birds, cats, everything. But again, Christina Shows, 817-698-4223. And I'm in my head right now praying one of you guys will come in here and save this beautiful Scout. She is a retired service dog. She's worked hard, so you know she's very smart. Again, very good with adults and teenagers. Spaded, vaccinations current. Don't let her be killed. Again, right there, this animal could be euthanized if not adopted soon. And if you call, they have an ID number for the dogs right there on most all of these. And it's saying here an Alaskan Malamute mix. I can see Shepherd and the husky-like Malamute in this dog also. Again, somebody save Scout. I bet she would make somebody that's lonely or has lost a pet the perfect companion. Remember the video we did a few days ago about the many dogs are sent here as guides and spiritual help for the humans? And I can tell it with my 9 huskies, my shepherd, and my lab. They every one of them love us, watch over us, and stay right up under us. And they don't ever leave you unless they escape. And they're always loyal. You treat them right, never use any type of violence with them, talk to them, take good care of them. And the big part is that she's already been spayed. So she's through that. I know there's somebody out there right now that needs somebody in their life, and you cannot get a more loyal friend than one of these animals. Now let's go to the weather. I'll try not to make that very long. I just felt somebody needed to hear this, and I know that someone in California and Texas is going to step up. Before we go to the satellites, let's just look at the 1:54 p.m. update. It's getting close to being 2 hours old. The system we said last night, if it had started a little further south, we may see it marked. Well, it is marked now with a 20% chance of cyclone formation in 7 days. But look at the area, like it could just kind of wander around in here. And that would kind of make sense putting at a 7-day forecast. My problem with this storm, and you'll see it's starting to rotate, it's going to be a major flood event. Let's look at the satellites. Now here, this one has a 40% chance near the Lesser Antilles and Caribbean Sea. Showers and thunderstorms associated with a tropical wave over the central tropical Atlantic remain disorganized. Gradual development of this system is possible during the next few days, and a tropical depression could form sometimes next week while it moves westward, reaching the Lesser Antilles on Monday and continuing across the Caribbean Sea through the middle to latter part of the week. Now, I was looking at the high pressure. Notice this is a little straighter line than it was. It just tilted to the northeast last night in the video. And it kind of has an eye on the Yucatan. Where it will go from there, I'm not sure. Then the system that we were watching last night, this is Cabo Verde Islands. Remember, it's 2 systems, one right under the island and one about right here. And in the radar, you'll see them both. But this one, and that's the one that's rotating, has a 20% chance of development 7 days. It says another tropical wave. You may not can read all this. I'm going to read it to you. Another tropical wave between the west coast of Africa and the Cabo Verde Islands is producing minimal showers and thunderstorm activity. Some slow development of the system is possible through late next week while it moves slowly to the west-northwest over the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. Now notice that it does have a slight northerly tilt. We talked about that last night also. If they're this far north, a lot of times they will do an early curve, but this high pressure system setting up that you will see in the models may keep this thing a little further south than they're expecting. And this is what we have over southern Canada, the U.S., and northern Mexico. This is the system we were talking about if it was a little further south, but now that's got that 20% chance. Again, my problem with this storm, even as bad as we need the rain, and I'm so glad we're getting in it, and it dropped our temperature from 106 heat index today to about 88 in just a few minutes. Wonderful. It's overcast now, and we may be getting some more of this, guys. Looks like we got an opening in central Mississippi, but this is going to be moving. You can see the rotation. Texas, if it comes straight ashore, you would be on the good side of the storm. Louisiana, you're going to be in that northeast quadrant. This is going to be, again, I think a major flood event, but when you start to get any of this tropical rotation, it's very easy for what? Tornadoes, right? That's right, waterspouts, tornadoes, severe thunderstorms. And let's go to the infrared, but before I do that, Florida, look over here in the Bahamas. Now it looks like it's running into dry air, but it does have some rotation, and it is catching a lot of wind shear. See that? But at the surface, everything's moving towards you. Just keep an eye on it. It's over the islands right now, and if it continues in this drying pattern, maybe not have a problem there, but we will definitely keep an eye on it. We still have the fires here in Idaho, almost in the same area, maybe a little bit more north, not very much because you can see some of the same areas. It's pulling, just the winds are not as strong as they were. It's kind of moving north and east what is there. And I hope we're praying for you to get some moisture. Not much is there right now, so you need a lot of manpower to come in here and stop that thing. And thank you guys for the comments from Idaho letting us know what was going on there. Now let's take a look at the infrared. You can see the storm here over the Bahamas. Again, it's running into dry air, and you can see how it is busting it apart. But the surface is still got some rotation to it. Just depends on if it can pull any moisture in. Right here is a different story. In Texas, you're right here. You're on the good side. You're probably going to start getting some winds from the north and from the east before too long. But this northeast quadrant, Louisiana, you're going to have a lot of water, it looks like. And this area has been flooded. Remember the first storm of the year, the tropical storm that went into Mexico that flooded Houston? But I've heard from a lot of you in this area that need as much rain as you can get. And so with a storm like this, again, the tornadoes, maybe some power outages, things like limbs down, things like that. So make sure that your animals are okay, and that you have picked up any debris that could blow around to your neighbor's house or your place, bust a window or anything like that. Just the necessary precautions, and get a water filter, by the way. Now, the Canadian model has moved this thing further south, further west, coming into Mexico, kind of following the trail of the first two tropical systems we had, and one of them flooded Houston pretty good, in Galveston, that area. Now, only thing I disagree with this model on, and I'm going to point it out, is the reason it's staying a little further south is because the high pressure that's in the orange is pushing down into the Atlantic, keeping it kind of in line. But watch what happens right in here. We get an opening just as it's coming across the Yucatan right there. That's going to give it the ability, I think, to possibly move a little further north. Right there is the 7th. It's coming off the shore into the Bay of Campeche right there, coming off the shore of the Yucatan. I'm going to just step it forward slowly. Right there, we're on September 8th. Remember, it's going to be in the area closer to Florida by this time. September 9th starts to roll into Mexico right here. You guys there, you more than likely need a good bit of rain too. Now let's look at the Euro model. The Navy model has not spoken up yet. Not much information coming. They usually wait and are a little more conservative, but I'm glad we get this type of heads up. Goes out to the 9th, the same day as the Canadian model. But it's seeing the same thing that I saw, and that's a break in the high pressure, setting up a low pressure trough right through here, and that will allow the storm to turn, they naturally, because of the rotation, want to move north. So anytime they get a break in that, they're going to take advantage of that. So guys, even though one's saying it's going to Mexico, I still will watch it and see what this area right here does. It looks like if it opens that strongly, this thing could rip right up through Florida. We'll see. But guys, we're watching this. You watch it. Again, guys, I didn't mean to make the first part of it so long. But those animals, they need your help. God bless you guys for helping us the way you do. This is a heads up. Be safe.